Most popular is coming to you, coming to you. If you ain't see me at the bottom, don't come looking at the top. If you ain't see me at the bottom, don't come looking at the 1, 2, I'm coming to you. 3, 4, 5, 6, working on fly shit. 7, 8, I gotta stay awake, cause.
Welcome everybody. This is your girl Miss Popular, the host of the most popular podcast, and today we have a special guest. Tell them what's your name.
Dominique Rider. If you're in my promoter community or my host community or just my community period, then you know me as Dominique. Or you grew up with me, you know me as Erica.
Okay, Miss Dominique, aka Erica.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So for those of you who don't know who Dominique is, I'm here to tell everybody, especially in South Carolina, Dominique is the owner of Luxe Life Events. Woo! We gotta do the big one for that one.
Yes.
Why? Because you just been going. So just listen. First thing first, I want to know is, how did Luxe Life Events come about? In the name, of course.
It's crazy because it's gonna bring back to memory for a lot of people. Because when I first came up with the idea, I was actually approached with the idea of opening up an LS swinger club. So,
and we're going to get into that because you know, some people might not know what a swing is.
Right. So if you're familiar with that, it did go viral. That was what was planned. But the partner I had at the time was like, oh, he didn't like all the attention, so we had to pivot. Well, while I was waiting to see we're not making any money, what do we need to do to make sure we can, keep the lights on and things of that nature. And then I had an aha moment. I've been a promoter for over 5 years, so I was like, look, I've been looking for a venue for my event. So it's like it was telling Nunu, what I did was anytime I have a problem, I kind of ask the question, okay, look, what do I need to do? I need to figure this out. And then I go to sleep. And then it's like the universe gives me my answer.
That's right.
And so I wake up and I was like, you know what? I've been manifesting a venue for my event, so that's what I'm going to do. I am going to start promoting and hosting my own events to bring money in. And that's what I did. So I did away totally with the LS Swinger thing and still made it a LS friendly and community friendly venue, meaning it's a safe space. Okay. So you can be from all walks of life. However you identify, you're still welcome in here and you're safe. You don't have to worry about anybody bullying you or judging you for the type of life that
Luxe
you want.
Life is definitely welcoming. Right. And what about the name? How did that
come? Everything I do, oh God, I love to do it with luxury. I love shiny things.
Like this.
Right. I like shiny things. I like girly things. I like to travel. I like to, take the best trips.
Glitter.
Right. So I want you to feel like you are definitely living the luxurious life when you come in Luxe Life. Even from your events, the venue makes it even more, makes it pop even more with the lighting and the white drapes and just the parking and the ambiance and the energy here. So that's pretty much what made me. I'm pretty good at titling things. Right. I would say labeling things. All you got to do is give me something, and I'll be like, ooh, try this.
So it's just basically the luxurious life.
Right.
I like that. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned you were a promoter. So one would assume that you were in the entertainment field, being that you have an event space, but that may not always be the case, right?
No.
But in your case,
wasn't.
Look at that.
Not at all.
But you say you were promoting, so give us a little insight on that. What were you promoting?
My business partners, I was part of a brand in Texas. One, it started off with an all women's Facebook group.
Okay.
And it was 7 of us. We started with that. And so this group were designed for poly women that were seeking poly partners. They were either bisexual or gay. we created a group for them because, of course, you know, when women are in groups with men, and it has, you know, that type of, I guess that type of nature of what the group is, then men tend to chime in when we don't want them to. Or they can be a little disrespectful. Or some women don't feel like they can say what they want to say.
So it's a safe place.
Right. So we created a safe space just for women only.
Okay.
And you had to be born a woman. So that kind of trickled down into we started creating and hosting our own events. Another brand in Houston saw the work we were doing in Dallas, in Austin. And so they were like, you know, y'all popping. Like,
so you were a naughty promoter.
Yes, yes. But
nice.
what we did was we had different events. So we would do like the all-girl events. We would do those type parties. But then we started doing, we were part of, Texas Takeover. Like if you're from Texas or you're familiar with the Texas Takeover is something really big every year. So we as promoters, we collaborated with the host of those, and we got our own nights. So we created events for these people to come out and enjoy. And then I proposed to my wife, and my wife was like, okay, we got a wedding to pay for. So I couldn't fly to Dallas, you know, twice a month. Or, you know, every 2 weeks or every week. Sometimes I was in Dallas. I stayed in Dallas more than I stayed home. And so I said, you know what? Well, let me bring something different to Columbia. And so I started hosting paint and sips.
Okay.
I started doing poetry events.
Nice.
Yeah. Erotic paint and poetry. Sneaker balls. Whatever I could think of that I saw that we didn't have here in the Carolinas, then I started promoting them here. And hosting.
So yes, we are here in Columbia, South Carolina, not Columbia the country.
No.
And you mentioning that you did say home, so you are from Columbia, South Carolina. She is a native, guys.
Yes.
But
I'm actually from Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Which
so
is
you from
country.
Hopkins. Yeah, a little more up countryside. So
It's
you're a country girl.
I'm a country girl. I can.
But
cook.
you have a lot of city girl vibes, though. You do.
I think it's because
and you
I was
mentioned
married.
Texas a lot too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know, going back and forth, you have a little experience of all walks of life.
Texas, Houston is totally different from here, but I've traveled with military as well because I was a military dependent. Okay. So yeah, I do get that a lot. It was like, oh, where are you from? You don't sound like you. I was like, no, I'm a country girl. I'm from here. But I guess because I've lived all over, kind of pick up the dialect or whatever from some of those people. But yeah, I've lived in different countries. I've lived all over. So yeah.
So you mentioned swinging. Tell us, first of all, we're going to discuss this because, as some people may feel like it's taboo, some people may agree, and some others may not agree.
Right.
But let's be realistic. It's 2026, and we are living in a world, and you'll be surprised that there is a big population of swinging and poly relationships in the state of South Carolina alone.
In Columbia.
Okay?
Right. There's
so
a lot.
Just give people a definition of what does swinging mean.
Okay. So
and what does it partake?
When you hear someone say LS or lifestyle is the umbrella. Okay. So under the umbrella, you have the LGBTQ, you have BDSM.
Wait, hold on. What is BDSM?
BDSM is like kink, like 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, the kinky people.
Yes.
So is that like dominatrix?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is that something different?
No. That's all included.
Gotcha.
You have so you have poly, you have LGBTQ, you have BDSM or kink. Everybody that's kinky does not participate in BDSM. Okay. And but BDSM, that we do consider ourselves kinky. Okay. Right. So and then I want to say that's it. So all that falls under the LS umbrella, but most people when they hear LS, they automatically think of swinging. Swinging is pretty much a term used for like we host parties. So like you and I can come to a party or me and my guy can come to a party.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have to be in a relationship? Because that's my understanding.
No.
So you don't have to have a relationship in order to swing.
Oh no.
So it could just be me and you against other people.
Yep.
Oh, see.
And you can even go to a lot of events, and we could purchase a couple's ticket, even though we're not a couple.
Okay.
And get that cheaper price. But when we get in there, we go our separate ways. Right.
All right.
So
wait, do you get caught in there?
What?
If they find out that you guys are not a couple?
No.
Oh, it's not that. They're not micromanaging.
It's,
okay.
No, it's not. It's not that serious.
Gotcha.
So most people have this bad taste about swinging, like, oh, it's nasty, it's disrespectful, everybody just sleeping with each other, and that is totally the opposite.
Right, because that would be an orgy. And is there a proper word for the word orgy?
No, it's an orgy.
It's an orgy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like back in the day, you know, when you were in high school, they were like, oh, they ran a train on her, or
See,
just
but running a train and an orgy is two different things.
It is, but we don't call it running a train in the community, okay? We say, oh, you know, shoot, you may want to do, you know, a foursome, a threesome, a foursome, or you just may be that person that like you like multiple partners at one time. So one thing about the LS community, we're very particular about who we deal with. That's why it's crazy, because when it went viral, the one thing that one main thing people were mentioning was, oh, HIV is going to be so high. We're already ranked, we're already ranked number such and such. And I was like, well, I ain't even open yet, so what does that have to do with me? Like, y'all, they killed me because we're very, like I said, we're very particular. If I host a party, I'm vetting everybody.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I need some references.
Mm-hmm. Do you ask for STD or HIV testing or anything like that?
We don't, only because you're grown. That's your choice. Yeah. Whoever you decide to play with,
okay, right,
you need to be asking for those
right.
things. First of all, whether you get the results or not, you should be protecting yourself.
Right.
And that was my thing. You know, I started doing. People were inviting me on these podcasts to talk more about the space, and I had to explain to them, like, it is LS friendly. That means you can come and meet like-minded people. You will not be having sex in my building. Okay. So if you're not sure,
so it's not going down in your events.
No, not
so
in here.
it was a place for people to meet, mingle.
Yes.
And then you go out the door.
There's one other place that's here, which is predominantly not us. They're not people of color. So what I wanted to do was create a space for people of color. So yeah, I do host the parties, but not in here. So guess what? You can come and meet like-minded people.
Okay, so this is the after party.
And then chances are you may see somebody that you met in here. Because I can't walk in Walmart and see you checking the melons and know you're a swinger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. That makes sense.
And I don't know if you're bisexual or anything.
Right. And just to clarify, you're considered bisexual.
Yes.
And are you in a poly relationship?
I am polyamorous.
Okay.
Yes.
So explain what polyamorous is.
So polyamorous means many loves. I am married to a woman. I've been with my wife for 10 years.
Nice.
We're not gay. We like men.
She said we're not gay. We like men. We're married. Okay.
We like men.
So are you bisexual?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm more pansexual, which means...
Yeah, that's more of a new term. That's a newer term. So explain pan.
Yeah, so pansexual is I don't fall in love with you based off of your gender.
Right. So that means...
I go off energy.
Right. So that means you are open to dating a transgender.
Yep.
You know...
You could be a bisexual man.
Bisexual, right. Lesbian woman.
Yes. It's like, I'm all about the energy. If you're a good person, you have a good heart. If I love the conversation, this, that, and the other. One thing about poly is...
And poly is when there's 3 people dating.
No, poly means many.
So it's not just 1, 2, 3.
No.
So you and your wife are married.
Yes. And then we have a boyfriend.
Yeah, have a boyfriend.
So we are known as a polyamory triad.
So is your wife allowed to date someone else?
Yes. Polyam means many loves. So let me break it down.
But wait, just to clarify.
Right.
So that other lover that she's with, does he have to be with you too?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So that's not an open relationship?
No. So open relationship is different. So say you and I are married, right? And you decide you want to date other people outside of me. You may just have those people just solely for sex.
Okay.
Or travel. or this and the other. You don't necessarily want a relationship.
Poly
with them.
is like we're in this. We're committed,
we're actually
open.
making connections.
Okay.
We have a choice if we want to grow together or not.
Gotcha.
Or one thing about poly is you're going to get something different from each partner, and that's what I tell people. There is no. I'm not gonna say there's not a right or wrong way to poly because I've seen people just muck it up, like for real. They get in for the wrong reason, but you can set your dynamic the way you want it to look. So solo poly means I may be in a relationship with you and you're okay with dating and having multiple partners. I don't want to. I'm more into you and I'm okay with you doing what you do. So you're dating solo poly. We're not doing it together.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're the only one that's poly, not me.
Gotcha.
So we're kitchen table polyam, which means if John was interested in
It's hot in here.
Oh.
It's going down in that household.
If John was interested in you would have to be
And John
able
is your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
You would have to be able to sit at the kitchen table with us and break bread.
Right.
And it wouldn't be that's your girl?
Right.
Oh.
They shouldn't.
Right. No. Your kids can come.
Let's be for real. That's like even a side girl. Like, you know you the side girl. So why are you questioning? Why are you upset?
There's so many people out here poly right
you're
now.
poly.
And they don't even know.
Right.
They don't know.
No,
And
they don't
then-
want to accept the
and
name.
then I'm gonna take that back because in poly there's more transparency
Yeah,
and communication.
that's the word. Yes.
Right. So poly is set up around communication. We each can date outside of our dynamic, and so it should be, hey, I met someone. You know, I think I like them. Now, of course, you don't bring everybody to your partners,
Right.
Because it may go somewhere.
That's something that people need to understand. Not everybody doesn't sleep with everybody.
No,
for real.
no.
That whole she'll sleep with.
No.
That is not true.
No,
that is not
there are
true.
poly dynamics where none of the partners sleep together. So, say for instance, like, okay, I like you, I'm crushing on you, I think you're pretty, but I don't want to sleep with you.
Okay.
I just want to have like my little girl boo.
Okay.
You're my girl boo that I can maybe go party with.
Okay. Yeah.
Because my wife doesn't go out and party.
Gotcha.
So whatever I can get from you what I'm not getting from
Right.
my other partners. And it doesn't have to be sexually.
Okay.
Maybe you stimulate my mind. So I love having conversation with you.
Nice.
Da. So yeah, you're my partner for that. But as far as having sex, no. A lot of couples go into a poly dynamic, the women thinking, I have to sleep with whoever he brings.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
And let me ask you, not being biased or being biased is a good question for you. Cheating, the word cheating, because it gets used so loosely. Do you feel like what is considered cheating to you then? Being in your case,
if you out there having sex with partners and you ain't telling us about it. Because why? Why are you not telling us about it?
So there is still cheating in poly.
And people cheat in poly.
Okay.
And we look at them like, what you doing? Like, so I think it has become the norm for people to move that way because technically, like you say, it's taboo, it's not natural, but poly has been around
forever.
For centuries.
Forever.
Right. So, but because we were taught that monogamy is the way to go, then
and I do want to.
It's not natural.
I definitely want to clear whether you're monogamous or poly.
Right.
Like, it's your discretion. We're not here to judge.
No.
We're just having an open conversation because let's be for real. A lot of this is happening, and
It's
people
happening.
are hiding.
Yeah.
And it's a different word now, you know. And if it makes you happy, and if you and your partners are happy, and it's working out in your household with your
Then
children, do what you have to do.
Right.
Live your life freely. Don't worry about what the next person is doing because chances are that person, like you said, they in a poly relationship and not even realizing, or they do and they just don't want to accept what is going on.
Right.
You know, instead of sitting here crying about getting played, just
it should
take
always open up
accountability.
a conversation because if you're dating someone and you see your partner is interested in other people, right? Whether it's sexually or just romantically or this, that, and the other, have a conversation.
But how do you deal, because jealousy is real.
It's
Jealousy,
an emotion.
anger,
Yeah.
how do you deal with that?
You communicate. Why are you jealous?
Okay.
And it could be, I'm a woman, I'm hormonal, and he may have come in the house, because we all live together. He may have come in the house and she's the flavor of the day. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be funny, but he may go in and he may kiss her first before he kisses me.
Does that bother you?
No, that don't bother me.
Okay.
No. And I'll tell you why. But you do have some people in poly relationships and they're just like, oh, well, you spend more time with her than you do with me. Or I don't get from you what you give her.
Okay, so now what if I'm with a guy and I'm the main girlfriend,
Right.
and then we bring a girl in?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay that I get more attention because I'm the main girlfriend, or does it have to be equal?
It depends.
Do they have to respect
It
that I was
depends.
the
It
girlfriend?
depends on your dynamic.
Okay.
So in our dynamic, there is no hierarchy. That's what we call
Okay.
it, hierarchy.
There you go.
Yeah, there is no hierarchy. That was established in the beginning because, like I said, her and I had been together, and then we
Well, you and I were
decided
together first, right?
Yeah, we decided we want a boyfriend, and so I started dating him before I even introduced him to my wife because I wanted to make sure he was a good fit for us.
Right.
We're like twins. We have a lot of the same tastes and clothes and shoes and,
Nice.
and people and food and things of that nature. So I wanted to make sure he was a good fit. So I dated him for a few months, and then I was like, you know what? Okay, let me see how you move. I'm gonna bring you around. Let's see if y'all vibe. Because at the end of the day, if you do not vibe, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's what I
But
did.
so how does an argument play out in a poly relationship?
I've never had an argument with my wife.
Okay,
In
but
10 years.
if you have an argument with him, is she supposed to get mad at him too?
No.
Or is she supposed to step in and try to help
Nope.
you guys out? Does she? How does
She
it work?
remains neutral.
Neutral.
Each dynamic is different. Sometimes you may have the
And what
women-
about if she's arguing with him?
She
Do you
don't
remain? Oh, she don't argue.
No. She gonna say her piece and then she gonna let it be.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna argue with me. Yeah, she's not. She just doesn't. She rather hold on to her piece. And my thing is, what is arguing? Can we not have a conversation
Okay.
and agree to disagree? I may not agree with what you're saying, this, that, and the other, but that doesn't make you wrong. That's just we don't.
Now, I
agree.
would say I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm against poly because you just never know. But if I was ever do something like that, I don't care what we're doing. I need my own room just in
Right.
case.
Right. Yeah. So
We can have our big bed, but I need my own room. In case I want my room.
That's something you establish in the beginning.
Okay.
You understand? So all of our family is blended. So her kids are there. 2 of my kids are there. I have 4. She has 3.
Okay.
So he has 3, but their kids are young. His kids are younger, so they live with their parents. But there's times in summer where his kids come to visit. Girl, it's 11, it's 12 kids between the 3 of us, and so our families are blended. And the kids, all the kids love each other. They call each other
That's
brother
so
and
nice,
sister,
yeah.
right? They love my wife. They love John. They, it's everything is blended. But like I said, once again, you establish how you want your dynamic to look. That's like D. Ray. D. Ray has 2 girlfriends. He's a comedian.
Oh, for real? Yeah,
Yes.
I know familiar. I didn't know
So she has her house. Both girlfriends have their own houses,
that. Okay.
but they still have a room at his house.
Gotcha.
So that's how they wanted it.
And
Now-
it's just weird bringing that up. That's
Right.
like, how do you feel about the whole Neo situation? Why is he getting so much back? I mean, I think I know I guess it's the history of how, I'm assuming, with his wife.
Mhm.
But why so much backlash about having 3 girlfriends where majority of these people that are judging him are doing the same thing?
I don't think it's the backlash about having the 3 girlfriends. I think it's the understanding that he can have his women, but the women can't have the men.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
rule.
Yes, and that's also, you have rules in
I mean-
swinging where the women will agree. Most of the times they agree in the beginning because they want to keep the peace. Okay,
Right.
I'm not going to sleep with any other man. You're the only man for me. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm human, so I'm going to be attracted to other men.
Yeah.
It can't be okay that I can bring women because I'm bisexual and we can play with the women, but the minute I say I'm attracted to a man, I want to play with the man, there's a problem.
Okay.
And so these women may be okay with that because you got to think he's taking care of them. If
There
he
you
paying their bills and,
Right.
and this, that, and the other, you don't know what kind of agreement. they
Right.
have. It just may look like it.
I mean, it's unfortunate.
And it's
but-
nobody's business.
Right, it's not nobody's
Right.
business.
Yeah, so
Well, listen, this is definitely an interesting topic.
Mhm.
And are you still having these events, or what's going on?
we do privately.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
now I'm
that
gonna
often.
ask you: is it legal? Is
Yeah.
it legal to have
Yeah.
swinging parties?
Yep.
And
You are
So
not.
that is legal.
You are not selling sex.
okay, because that's
You are-
prostitution.
Yeah. So anytime you're hosting a party, and if you hear anybody say, "Okay, well, if you want to have sex with me, it's gonna cost you this," oh, that's
But they-
immediate no.
Yeah, because they're prostitution.
You put them out. That yeah.
Right.
That's
Swinging is we
illegal.
doing this for fun, for pleasure.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, what I've learned here, like you said, it
But
is
you can
very,
pay
very,
entrance
very-
fee
Oh,
to go
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
It is very, very taboo here. So a lot of people, swingers are here, y'all. Like, and we deep. But what they do
Very
is
deep.
they go to Charlotte, they go to Atlanta, they go to Florida. Florida has one.
I was
Florida
gonna say
and
Orlando.
Dallas-
Orlando is like the
Yeah,
capital.
You have secrets right there in
Yeah.
Kissimmee. So Florida and Dallas is they're one of the biggest swinging communities.
Okay.
So it's common to go there. They don't do it here, not people of color, because they don't want other people to know. But
Yeah.
I can tell you, I've been to a couple munches with predominantly white people.
Okay.
They are here. And I'm talking about judges, doctors, lawyers.
I know
attorneys.
that's right.
They build a whole
Listen,
board.
everybody has preferences and needs. It don't matter who you are.
Right. And that's the thing. Have a conversation. I should be adult enough. I tell a lot of my guy friends, stop saying you want this good, wholesome woman that you can take to mama, this, that, and the other, and then you cheating on her.
Right.
So
And then expect her to
be-
maintain.
Yes. Your BS. Yes.
Right.
So, but have a conversation. Look, honey, these are my fantasies. These are things that I'm into. Like, I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to try that with you because it looks real. It's real. It's weird to me to not be able to have those conversations. I guess it's because I've been in this lifestyle for a little
Yeah.
minute. Why can't I come to you and have a conversation? We grown. What you gonna do? Spank me and send me to my room? I may like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So okay, spank me. But my thing is have a conversation. I may say, you have a girlfriend, I don't really care for her, but if you rock with her, then we gonna stay out your way.
Yeah.
Our guy's different. He's peaceful at home. If he feels like he's gonna bring in a partner that's gonna cause problems for him, and he don't have any at home, he ain't dealing with you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, yeah, nah, I don't have the time
Okay.
or the energy. But yes. So like I say, Luxe is a place where you can come and meet people. And you don't know if they are or they aren't.
During those specific
Yeah,
events. Like,
yes.
let's be clear.
Right.
Not all
No,
of the events that
no.
go down at Luxe Life
No.
are
Mm-mm.
to
They're not to meet.
swing
No.
or meet swingers.
Nope. If we have those events, we'll let you know.
Okay.
This is what it is. But a lot of the events, no, we do. There's a lot of independent artists that come through for some reason, and I've really accepted the fact that Luxe is known as a music venue.
Okay.
I do get a lot of Southern Soul bands, independent artists, both hip hop and R&B. They
That's
want to,
nice.
because of the vibe. It's almost like a Shades Lounge vibe,
Okay.
especially at night. They rent the building because they want a certain ambiance for
Yeah.
their events, and so that's why they come here. In all honesty, I do not focus on the whole LS community like I used
Right.
to. My main focus now is running Luxe,
Mhm.
to be this productive business, and I'm glad it panned out that way. I do have a lot of people that will ask, so when next time you have a party? And I'm
Right,
like,
so
it might be
listen,
6
if-
months from
If
now.
you are
'cause-
interested and if you have a big crowd that wants to participate, reach out to
Right.
Dominique and see
Yeah.
what you guys can set up.
Mhm.
But I do want to definitely thank you for being open about your lifestyle and sharing some insight on this, especially here in Columbia, South Carolina, because we are in the South, and the South has this stigma of all the women are holy and
Child.
innocent and Southern belles, and there's no shame because I'm not from the South. I am a city girl from New York, but you still over there scratching your head.
Mhm.
That is not the case.
Because
Okay?
I grew up here.
That is not. That was back in 1960, 50. And a lady's gonna be a lady anywhere. It doesn't matter east, west, north, south. It don't matter. And again, things have changed.
And men are gonna be men.
And men are gonna always be men. And to me, there is no double standards. Whatever a man can do, a woman can do. Point blank, period.
Right.
So I definitely want to thank you for that. But I do want to also point out that Dominique is also a model. Mm-hmm. And when you do it well. So how long have you been modeling?
Ooh. That's a good question. It's been, I know, well over 5 years.
Okay.
I actually got started, my partners used to always tell me that I should model. But me, I didn't think I was model material. So my wife has a guy, he's a really good friend of hers that lives in Charlotte. Well, he does casting for movies, TV shows, all of that. And so she hooked me up with him, trying to get me to Charlotte to do that. I just never went. So just luckily, I met a really good friend here, Glow. That's my friend. She's in Wisconsin right now. But she invited me to a model call.
Okay.
And so the very first time I went, girl, I cried in the car. Because it was like, nobody even acknowledged me. Nobody picked me. Nobody did any of that. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So, like, is anybody going to teach me? Like, you keep looking over me, but little did I didn't know how it worked. So, I end up getting emails. We want you to walk for us, the different designers here in the Columbia area. And so now I'm a brand ambassador for L Sky Design.
Excuse me. Yes. Shout out to L Sky Design. Yes. And make sure you look out for her fashion show.
Yes. We have one, Flame to Flame. It is November, I think, 7th. Yes. November 7th. And that's to give back to breast cancer. My designer, Marie, we call Aisha. Yep, she is a breast cancer survivor. So she do these shows every year to give back to the families, that maybe couldn't pay their bills and things of that nature. So I love it because it's always well put together.
Listen, I know. I believe it was for the Flame to Fire. I think this is Flame to Fire 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is 5. Because for the fourth one, she didn't do it last year, but she did do it in 2024. And I did host the most popular podcast, Red Carpet, and it was an honor. So I'm very happy that she's back and she's doing her thing. She's also one of the designers for my fashion show.
We stay on her. We be like, no, you can't quit.
Of course,
you can't quit. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
And with that being said, look at you with Luxe Life Event. You have hosted, well, not hosted, but you have presented fashion shows here too.
Yes.
So,
and I want to do more. I don't want to put it together myself.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Luxe is a lot of work.
I can imagine an event space, from the decorating to the cleaning to the making sure that everybody is safe, that nothing happens.
Right.
To
the bookings, to the contracts, to the people that want to handle.
So, what is one advice that you will give to someone who is interested in running an event space? Because people think it's just fun and games.
Oh no. So one thing I would do is maybe get a mentor. For instance, you have these big event spaces, talk to one of the owners or somebody who's running it and see if maybe they're willing to do a mentorship.
Okay.
Anybody that asks me, I will sit down and tell them like my experience, this, that, and the other, because I'm not a gatekeeper. Like I believe that we all can eat. You know what I'm saying? And you may learn something that I missed, and then vice versa. So I'm hoping that, they would return a favor if I need some advice. Like I just reached out to somebody that's like, look, I need some advice on how to handle a situation with my event space. So I would also recommend find out what the laws are for running an event space and the requirements for your building. Before you go sign a lease, see what that building has to offer first, and then find out if you will be in compliance.
Nice.
Because you could go sign a lease, go get a business license, and then say, well, no, you're according to zoning, your building is not up to par to be an event space.
One question. Because you're an event space owner, does that mean that you automatically have a liquor license?
Nope. You have to, most event space, I can tell you, they will allow mobile bartending. But that means, I know there's one venue that I know for sure, if you want to have alcohol, you have to use her mobile bartending service. Like, you can't bring outside, even though there's so many certified licensed mobile bartenders here, you have to use hers.
Gotcha.
And I'm kind of the same way, because just for safety reasons. You can say you're a mobile bartender and you don't have a clue what you're doing. You had somebody take the test for you, so you got your license. But guess what? These people walking out of here stumbling drunk, and they shouldn't be driving, but you keep serving them.
Right.
So I have select mobile bartenders that I use for Lux.
Gotcha.
If they want alcohol, then you have to use my mobile bartenders. Yeah, and like I said, they are licensed and things of that nature. But yeah. So, and one thing I want to say to our customer base, the community, this, that, and the other. I'm an event space. I'm not a club.
Just make that clear.
I am not a club.
Because an event space is totally different
Totally
from
different.
a club.
Right.
And a club is different from a lounge. A lounge is different from a bar.
It is.
That's something that a lot of people don't even realize.
They don't.
either.
No. So, when you come into Lux, have the same respect for my event space that you would give these bigger. You have to respect the event spaces.
Yeah.
Because we all have rules.
There you
So
go.
yeah. So
Well, listen.
Right.
I want to thank you so much for being a guest in the most popular
Anytime.
podcast platform. It is definitely an honor to have been working with you.
Right.
Every time I do events here at Luxe Life Events, it's a vibe. There's no issues. It was very welcoming, and that's
we
what I
be here
like.
laughing, crying.
Yes.
You can go to Luxe Life Event Space. That's the actual social Facebook page. Or you can do LuxLife_6729 on Instagram, on IG. Or you can inbox me and hit me up on the Dominique Rider page, and then I will actually tell you. I have a whole template. You just tell me what days you're looking for, what hours you're looking for, and I'll send you the information. But I do have the best rates. I can tell
Yes,
you
she
that.
do.
I stay booked.
No,
so-
she do, and she do stay booked.
Right.
Well,
So you got to make it quick.
That's right. And listen, summer is not over yet completely.
No.
So you still got some weekends to come through and host your event at Luxe Life
Right.
Events.
Or
okay?
during the week.
Or look,
The
even
rate is
during
a
the
lot
week.
cheaper during the week.
There you
Yes.
go. And again, thank you for being a guest in the most popular podcast platform. I'm your girl, Miss Popular. Bye.
Bye.